What is going on, gang? Welcome back to another episode of Mrs. Bearded Reads a Comic. We're on episode 6, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, we've done Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, and we did Eat the Rich.
The dog one.
Stray Dogs. Then we did Saga. Then we did Nightwing.
What?
What?
Nightwing.
Nightwing.
Huh?
The DC comic Nightwing with Alfred. Alfred! And you got really upset about that because there was ads in it?
Yeah.
You're like, what are these? Anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
So as you can tell, she loved Nightwing. She remembers it so well. Don't look yet. Don't peek. Don't peek.
What am I reading?
So, gang, Mrs. Bearded reads a comic. It's very simple. I pick a comic that I think she might like.
I love comics.
We're trying to find what would be one that she's like, all right, I like it. We kind of got the idea. Like, you liked Eat the Rich a little bit. You like Stray Dogs. You didn't like Saga. Nightwing was there, but not. We found out you like the murder mystery kind of thing. You like the suspense. You like the tensions, the thrills. And so we're going to do a book. It's from AWA. That means nothing to you. It is by Jason Starr.
This is like a book?
No, it's a comic.
Okay.
They have it in trade paperback. Art's done by Dalbor Talig. And this book is called Casual Fling.
Okay.
So it's a little saucy.
Okay. Great.
A little mystery, and that's all I'll say. So I will say this, gang, we're a family-friendly show, as always, but this deals with mature elements. So watch accordingly. So with that being said, I think it's time for Mrs. Bearded to read a comic.
Let's read a comic! I can't wait! Womp womp. You know where to find me. Uh-oh. A little rusty. Ow! Creeper? And he's masked? You can't see his face? Whoa!
So we're back. You just read issue 1 of Casual Fling. First initial thoughts.
No, I want to read the next one.
What?
Huh?
What?
I said I want to read the next one.
You kind of want to read more.
I do.
You do.
I do.
So that's first off, that's a win. Because I feel like I've thrown some comics your way where you're like, I don't want to read anymore. So what about this then makes you want to jump into, hey, I want to read more about this comic?
Because the last page. Creeper.
All right.
What's happening?
So if you're not familiar with Casual Fling, it's this concept of she is a high-powered lawyer. She's been a partner at a law firm for like 7 years. Her husband seems to be a stay-at-home father who takes care of the kids. And they're hitting their kind of a rough patch. And someone kind of creeps in. And yeah. So I thought about this book for you because I was trying to think, you like mystery, you like suspense, you like stuff where it's like you said, the last page is going to be like, okay, I need to read more. I need to know what happens.
Next episode.
So, yeah, like it's like that binge culture here of TV, right? Like, okay, what's next? So what about, but the whole comic as itself, like you said, the last page kept you.
Sorry, I just read a whole comic. I'm a little tired.
Guys, I get a little knocked
Sleepy.
out when I read one comic book. So, like, but why this comic? Like, was it just the last page, or was it kind of everything that led up to the last page? Like, what about this comic that you were like, okay, I want to read more?
Is it bad that I like this mature content the most of all the comics? No. Really, I don't know. It's like a normal story. It's just normal life scenario.
Okay.
rather than whatever. I don't know, what were those little critters in that one?
The saga.
Yeah.
The side. So you, again, it's crafting kind of your thing. You're not as much of a sci-fi person. You're not as much dealing into the superhero realm. You want you want a story that's gonna be where it's like, okay, this could happen in real life, maybe, but then something that's gonna engage you and keep you. What did you think about then the actual like the writing aspect or the art for you? Like, was this is this something that you enjoy a little bit more than like maybe trying to read a book? How does this compare to like a TV show? Because you're like next episode, like.
Oh, I would clearly rather watch
Right.
an episode than read a comic. But this was easier to read because it doesn't have all the
What is blue? What is blue?
there's not like the double, like there's the story.
Oh,
and
you're
then
saying there's not the box.
There's not like the narration.
Yeah, you did not like the narration box. I remember that.
Stupid.
So it's
There's
just well, the narration box tells you what's happening in a book. If like just like a TV show, a narrator will do that. Like
yeah, but
the couple meets outside. Like like
yeah,
it
so
sets.
just skip all that.
So you want
anyway, easy to read. Art's fine.
Okay,
it's good.
Easy to read. Art's fine. But it's a story that you're like, okay, this is something you could see on a Netflix series or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
where does this rank for you when it comes to comics? Because you've read Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, you read Eat the Rich, you read Stray Dogs, you read Saga, and you read Nightwing. This is probably the most grounded, I would say, in...
Yeah, I would say this is definitely top. I mean, I'd still be interested to continue Eat the Rich.
Okay.
Like, that was twisted and...
Yeah.
But those two are both up there.
Okay. So Eat the Rich...
I'd say, I don't know. I mean, this might be up there.
And it's just because of the storytelling. It's more of a...
Yeah.
It's more something you like, okay, this is... something I'd sit down and watch on TV that I can resonate with it a little bit more.
Yeah, clearly didn't care for Nightwing, right?
You didn't dislike it because there was a little bit of romanticism between Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon.
Because I'm just looking for the romanticism.
Well, but I think we're starting to get to you want mystery, you want suspense, but you also want like, even in your review of the Batman movie, you're like, you wanted more of Batman and Catwoman to, have a relationship. So we're getting to this kind of idea of you want grounded stories a little bit more in your comics. You want a little bit less of those narration boxes.
Yes.
So like, I mean,
it's just simple. Like,
yeah, there's a dynamic. I think like you have a couple characters that you're invested in these characters really early, and I think that's what's key for you is
character.
Get hooked into that. You have kind of the husband and wife, and then you have the sleazy guy. Well, we'll call him sleazy.
Yes.
But you're invested into the story pretty quickly of how it sets up, and this is, I believe, is only a 4-issue series.
Okay.
So it's a quick read. I'd be curious to see where you are with the rest of the story of like where you at. But I think that's what we're starting to find for you is when it comes to trying to find what comics you like. You want something that could be where I feel like you want something you could say I could see this happening.
Correct.
In real life.
Yes.
Like Eat the Rich is a little bit like underneath there because like hopefully we're not seeing too many cannibalism aspect.
I think that's why this is like.
But like. Even if Saga, you could take the aspects
Saga,
of... But I'm saying if you take Saga and you almost take it out of the sci-fi realm and put it into a Earth realm and with normal characters, it'd be interesting to see if it would change your mindset a little bit more. But it's like the aliens with the TV screens or the whatever, or the winged creatures. You're like, I
don't even know what was happening.
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on.
Or Nightwing dressed up as a superhero, it'd almost be like, maybe if it'd be better for you as if he's a cop. Like you're like, oh, I understand, like not just like a vigilante. So I think we're getting to understand you a little bit more of what would be a comic, because you said right off the bat, you're like, I want to read more. You're engaged by the last panel. You're engaged by the whole book, the arc. So,
Yeah.
gang,
Good job.
did we just do it? Did we find a comic that you want to read more? So here's the deal. Would you read more of this? Yes.
Correct, yes.
And now here's a real question. Are you, though? There's a difference between would you and are you.
Yeah, I will.
Because I have the trait here. This will tell the whole story right here.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it.
All right. Well, there you go, gang. AWA. You did it. You found a comic.
We'll see how it goes.
Issue 1. You found it. Listen, we're just happy that issue 1. Like, getting you to say, hey, I'll read more of a comic. I think the only other comic that you've done is Stray Dogs, where you've said, I'll read the entire arc. Mm-hmm. Because you read that. You sat down and finished the rest of the arc.
Yeah,
so
that's strange.
So with that being said, gang, Mrs. Bearded reads the comic. We're on the right track. Let us know in the comments, now that we're starting to figure out Mrs. Bearded a little bit more, what do you recommend? You know, some more grounded stories, some more relatable stories, whatever it is. Let us know in the comments what comics you think she should read next. So with that being said, gang, thanks for watching. And as always, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.